Gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome once again. This is your man Roy with a Marvel Contest of Champions Champion Overview video, part 2, looking at Blue Team Cyclops. As we mentioned, part 1, I think Cyclops gets a little bit of a rough deal when it comes to certainly the higher levels and the further you've progressed in game. But for early players where this is a champion that you're probably most likely are going to have pulled, given Kabam's dislike for giving you anything decent early game, then it can be useful to know how to use this champion to his full effectiveness to clear some of that earlier or even mid-game content. And what I plan to show you today is actually one of the paths in Act 5 Chapter 1, just to show you how useful he can be in as late a stage in the game as Act 5 at a relatively low level. So we're going to go in and look at my Cyclops as part of Act 5.1, and we'll have a look at, in fact, what we'll do, 5.2. Yeah, let's do 5.2, because 5.2 is one of the chapters where it does start to get a little bit difficult. You are coming up to collect against a collector in 5.2.6, but we'll have a look at 5.2.1 just to show you how far in the game you can come. And we are going to take a look at my Cyclops, and we'll also take a look at the synergy boost that can give this champion a little bit of a boost. So you'll see first of all that he's not the highest champion that I've got, certainly even within the 4-star roster. It's not a champion I've used very much of in later content, but he was one of the champions that I used certainly through Act 4, given his high damage output for specials that we'll take a look at in this video. So we've already looked at the abilities in the part 1 video, but we'll take a look at my specific Cyclops' abilities just to give you an idea. So we've got an increased critical damage rating of just under 1200, combo of 10 or more, the armor break has a 20% increased duration, and a combo of 20 or more we're striking through the block. Our special attacks are given us boosting critical rating by just over 1000. Special attack 1, if we get that armor break debuff applied with a 45% chance, then we're going to apply an armor break debuff, reducing it by 1246 for 9 seconds. Special attack 2 is increasing that by 1500 for 10 seconds, with the special attack 3 reducing armor rating by 2000 for 14 seconds. Now, if we manage to get that 20% applied, which we would do, then that is going to take us just over the 16-17 seconds mark for the increased duration. So quite a lengthy reduction in armor rating, which we'll utilise certainly as we fight. Now, the synergies that we're going to take a look at for Cyclops and Wolverine being part of the team, then strikes during special attacks gain 12% attack rating. So that's quite an increase in attack rating for a special attack, and it is only strikes, so only applies to the physical contact point. But if you have got mutants in your team, if you've got Cyclops and one of the other two, then that can be a fair increase, especially Cyclops at higher levels is going to put that up fairly well. Synergy with Magneto is going to give us 5% attack, and with Phoenix is going to give us 5% power gain. Now, we also get an increase in power gain at low levels with Cyclops, so this is going to just push that up ever so slightly as well, so that if you are a spammer of special attack 1, which can be useful in game as we'll see, then this synergy can come in quite handy. But if you are more of a defensive player, then a Lightning Storm gives you that slight increase in perfect block chance as well. So you'll see from the team up then that we have got all of the attacking ones there. We've got the Colossus in there for the 12% striking increase attack, Magneto with the increased attack, and Phoenix for the power gain. So this is 5-2-1, and the one that we're going to go up against is Thor. Now Thor does have quite the armour ability. You know, he is quite resilient to attacks. So we're going to show you how useful this Cyclops can be against the likes of Thor. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build up to SP3. Now the buff node for this one, I meant to say, was the attacks deal 0 damage, but special attack damage is increased by 400%. So again, if we get that armor reduction on there through the SP3, which is going to have a little bit of an increased damage obviously, then the SP ones that follow, which is the plan of attack for this one, is going to increase the damage, not just with the 400%, but by having that armor break debuff applied as well, because SP3 does give 100% chance for the armor break debuff to be applied. So with Thor, it's just about baiting out his SP1s and making sure you dodge that lightning flash. The SP2 is dodgeable as well. We'll see if we can demonstrate that one, and that one's just timing. We are going to do a video at a later point on Thor, because he is one of the old school characters that you might pull as well. So down to 72%, even with the 400% damage, it's not much compared to other champions, but we're now going to utilise the increased power gain at low levels to spam the SP1. And you see there that for a 440 champion, dealing 9,000 odd damage with an SP1, even with the special attack increase, is pretty nifty. You know, so just goes to show you how high up that this Cyclops can actually take you into Act 5 content, given the right set of circumstances. Now, okay, we could argue that if we didn't have that increased 400% to special attack, he's not going to be as useful, but sustaining that attack, baiting out special 1 or special 2s, depending on the champion, reapplying those armor break debuffs for the duration, and using that small increase to power gain is going to get us a win eventually. It's not about winning in 1 or 2 hits. Certainly I found my approach to Act 5, I was in the combos, you know, you're talking 60, 70 hits sometimes with lower ranked players, but you get there. If that's the champions you've got, it doesn't stop you doing it. It might just take you a little bit longer or be that little bit more difficult than the walkthrough breeze that some of the pro players make it look like in their videos, but it does show you that with more normal, readily accessible champions, the content can still be cleared as long as you practice and you know the mechanics. Okay. So hopefully you found that video useful, guys. If you did, make sure and hit the like button. If you have anything else that you want to see or comment about this video, then drop a note down below, and make sure you hit that subscribe and notification button so you know when the newest videos are going up. If there's anything you want to see, we are going to plan on doing some Act 4 and Act 5 runs with some low-level 4-star champions. If that's something you want to see, if you're at that level of content and you want to see the progression through, then drop a note in the comments and we'll make that happen. But until next time, guys, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.